Hello and welcome. My name is Sharon and this is a VR to Nova Luna Tarot, and I forget the name of the tag, but it's going to be in the title. And it is all of your OOP decks. I think it's like unapologetic OOP or something like that. Anyway, I have a lot, so this might be really long. So in no particular order, just from the top of the stack down. The first one is the Wild Messengers Alchemical Tarot, and I also have the book for this. And this is a Lisa Pepez made me do it deck. And to be honest, I rarely use this. I really like it, and the cardstock is wonderful. I use it more probably as an oracle, kind of like what is my animal guide for the whatever. If it's, you know, a year ahead or whatever it might be. Kind of reading. Yeah, so it just has the number and then the symbol for the suit. And then the court cards are renamed. Master, Initiate, Soul, and then some of the majors are also renamed. Seeker, Teacher, I forget how they go. Initiate, Seeker, Teacher, Soul, I think. I'd have to look at the book. I didn't grab the books to my decks. So this one I got after it went out of print, but I didn't pay a ton for it. And some nice soul sold it for a reasonable price with the book. And the next one is Goliath. So this, it comes in a big box, and I took it out of the big box, and then I had this box, and I just printed this out and stuck it on there, and the deck fits perfectly in this box. So as a yes and a no card, and I'm gonna guess you've seen this. This is definitely one of my favorite animal decks. If I could only keep one or two animal decks, there would be no question about keeping this one. It's amazing the way it does with just this black and white, I believe it's pencil charcoal maybe. It just glows. So amazing, so well done. And even though they are sort of anthropomorphized animals, they aren't really. They're more kind of just wearing shamanistic things. I don't know. I can't describe it. Not well, anyway. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, this one's kind of funny. So this is the Mystic Meg Tarot. And this was a Westar Tarot. Yes, Liz at Westar Tarot made me do it. This is actually, the reason is the artist Carolyn Smith. I don't know if I'm wrong. I'll put something below, but the artist. I really like her artwork. So she's the same artist who did the, if you recognize it, the Moon Oracle. Is it just called the Moon Oracle? Or the Oracle of the Radiant Sun. And what else? I did a whole video on my collection. Elemental Tarot. It's very boring pips, but I found it like in a little kit, just in some crazy box, and I like the water though. And it has a book, and it's formatted as if it was for like telephone psychics, telephone tarot readers. You know, it has for money reading, for love reading, for all these different kinds of readings, what the cards mean. It's sort of and the book is sort of a mashup of all systems. Anyway, it was like maybe $40, maybe, probably not. Anyway, that is the Mystic Meg. And let's see, Spolia. So I took it out of its box because I didn't want it to get worn out, and I had the purple satin bag, velvet bag, I mean, seemed to work. It has the zodiacal cards in it, and I think it also has elements, because there's more than, yeah, earth, air, water, fire. And this, I've just been longing for a long time. I also got this after it went OOP, and this I purchased from Honey Lou Wilson. Thank you, Honey Lou, because I really like this. And it pairs really well with the broccoli mag oracles. All of them, the mushroom, the flower, the seashell, seem kind of made for each other. Some of my favorite cards in this. I love this star. I love this death. The High Priestess is one of my favorite High Priestesses ever. Let's see if I didn't already go past her. That's an awesome Hierophant. Unfortunately boring, Three of Swords. Okay, now I have to find her. Hold please. Okay, there she is. Love her. Okay, what else? These are both by One Ring Oracle, and I didn't realize these had gone out of print, but when I was searching, you can't get these anymore, as far as I can tell. Not brand new anyway. So this is the Marshmallow Marseille. So cute. I love the little size. It's a great little tiny deck. I love that death. Love that devil. It just has so much character and is so cute. And the colors, I love the colors. It's great. Strength. Hermit. It's watercolory. Yeah. I hope it's not out of print forever. Maybe they're just on a break. And then their other deck is also Marseille, and it is the Tarot Sirene. And it's, of course, mermaids. And this was what I went to get. And I was just like, well, the Marshmallow Marseille is there. I'll get it too. Why is this upside down? But everybody's a mermaid or something. This guy's awesome. The Hermit. Death is awesome. Is it different cardstock? It feels like different cardstock. It is different. This is a little more shiny, and the card's curled up a little. This is not. This is more matte. Interesting. And hadn't noticed that until I noticed that these are curled up a little. Love that. Just as. It's just a great little deck. Yeah. I don't even know where I got all the other Marseilles, because I like this one, and I don't really do Marseille so much. I mean, I'm interested in learning it, but it's not my... I love that star. It's not the system I really use, so I don't really feel like I needed another one besides this. That's a great moon. Oh, I don't know why these got all mixed up. Lover's card. Yeah, Tarot Sirene. Okay, here is one, but I'm so excited that I found this bag, which is perfect for it. It's the Vampire Tarot by Robert M. Place. And this fits perfectly in this bag, and it's perfect. And I think I found this on eBay for not too much. The book is great. It just has it's basically the story course, a shortened version of thereof, but the cards make sense. The art, the choices make sense. And it's a little bit, it's pips with feelings. I love his artwork. It's great. It's great. It's so good. And there you go, Pamela Coleman Smith. It's a fun deck. I see it for sale on eBay a fair amount, and for a wide-ranging variety of prices. So hold out for a decent price if you're looking for it. Let's see what else. Ah, the Vindur. I don't know if they're going to reprint this or what. I forget what edition mine is. I don't know. Is that 7? Is that because it's 7? I don't know. Anyway, it came with a bag that the book and the deck fit in. It's from 2020 anyway, it says. And this is a cool deck. I like to pair this one with the Lily White. I don't know, does that seem odd? I don't know, they just seem like they pair really nicely together. And it's nice cardstock, but it's thick, so you can't riffle shuffle it. I can't bend that. It's edged. It came edged in yellow. I don't know if... And I think the previous version had some kind of a border on it. I can't recall now. Again, pips with feeling. That's cool. I like that for 8 of Wands. You see? You get the idea. Okay, so that's Vindur. Guess what's in here? This card is in it. This is the cosmetic bag I found that I think is perfect for it because I wanted to store the book with the deck. Little codex guidebook. Yes, so Desert Illuminations. This is the first edition, yeah? Because this has the borders. So it has like a little pamphlet thing. It's linen cardstock. Love the colors in this. Why are my decks? I don't really... They're all messed up. This one's coming out in mass market. I'm going to guess because the second edition was borderless, it'll be borderless also. But I don't know. I haven't seen any. I have no previews. All I know is it is coming out mass market. And as per usual, there will be changes, I'm sure. And the guidebook, hopefully. I like having that codex, but it's kind of a little formatted, a little weird. So imagine mass market of her. I love the Fool. I think he's great. There you go. See, look. That's prettier than most, but still. This is great. Anyway, yes, I will be getting the mass market version, just so I have something for everyday use, so I don't feel so precious about using it. Okay, and then I have Stunning Tarot 2, 3, 4, like that. I made these bags for the bigger ones. And I have a whole video doing a side-by-side of all of these. So this one's a little one. And this one is closer to the, I don't have the first edition. This is closer to the size of the first edition. Those are the backs. And there's a few differences, as there is throughout all of the editions. Some differences, and then there's that. This is probably my favorite shape. And I like the color intensity in this one as well. If I could get the first edition for a reasonable price, I would. It's hard to pay a lot for it when I already have 3 editions of it. But we've all seen this many times, and you can search up my video that does a side-by-side of all 3 editions if you really want to see what the differences are. Pretty sure this is different in every one. As is the Fool. Let's see, they're close. Some are minorly changed and some are more majorly changed. Those are all the Stunning Tarot. Okay, let's see what else. Oh, okay, we might as well do this. I only have 1 edition of the, is it Jonasa Jaus? Jonasa Jaus? I don't know. I hear it pronounced so many different ways and then I get confused and forget which is the right way. So I made a bag for it. This is the 7th edition. I'd like to get the green one. What is that one? The 5th? But this is probably my favorite out of all of them. Again, I love the intensity of color and just the purple, so much purple and red and green. Just love it. So yummy. Yeah. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Yeah. He's awesome. Okay, and then I have the Majestic Earth. And this is one of the as-is ones, I believe. I got it secondhand, but for the same amount that the person paid for it, so not crazy. These extra element cards. Yeah, it's so beautiful. I really love this deck. Love that there's a face in the clouds there. And then it has the words. The quick cards are renamed, so I don't know. I can sometimes follow along when the suits are renamed, but I struggle when the court cards are renamed. Rider, I guess that's Knight. Spirit, I don't know. Spirit, is that the king? Creature, I don't know. I have to look in the book. It's frustrating. And I'm not, some decks, if it was mass market, I would have written on it what they were, but I'm not going to write on this deck. So it does require me to use the book because I don't use this often enough to have it memorized. And even if I did memorize it, then I wouldn't use it for a while and then I'd come back and I'd have to remember all over again. Trees is wands. Well, at least it has the symbol, right? So But I don't know. Am I the only person who's frustrated when the court cards are renamed and they're not entirely obvious? This is one that I never see on YouTube. Lovely Days Tarot. This was one that was a pre-order, and I forget, kind of did it through Instagram or signed up for her mailing list. There's 3 extra cards. There's two alternates. Strength and a devil, and then there's an extra cards. And this one's a little crazy for me. It's not my favorite artwork. Some of the faces are a little weird, but I do like it. It's on nice cardstock. Magician, I like her. And it's got some animals in it, which is nice, and some people. Kind of reminds me of Marloon a little bit. Temperance, I like her. The moon, love that moon. A seahorse in it. I'm showing all of these cards really quick because you never see this deck. So I thought I'd just like that. It's a nice interpretation of the Eight of Wands. It's a cool star. Cute little bird. Chariot is seahorses. World. There's the devil I choose to leave in there. Ah, that's an extra card. It's Death. Empress, the Hermit. Yes, that's the Lovely Day Tarot. Yeah, I never even hear from this person anymore. She printed it with her brother, I believe. I don't know what happened. It wasn't as popular as I think they were hoping for, but I'm glad I got it. I like it. What else do we have? Ah, yes. Sawyer's Path. This is from the deluxe pack with the half red, half colored, or whatever it is. I don't really like that, but I like this. It's kind of cartoony, but it's fun, and I'm glad I have it. I wasn't going to get this at first. That's why I ended up having to get the deluxe, because I waited. I actually ended up, I love this moon card. I ended up trading for this. I forget what I traded. Very colorful, very cheerful, very safe as far as nudity and all that goes. Okay, this one is Bonestone Earthflesh, which is coming out mass market someday. Hopefully soon. And this is another one I got after it went out of print from someone who just wanted to sell it to someone who was going to love it, and I do love it. The gilding, the red gilding was worn off a little bit, but that's the nature of the red gilding. Anyway, so I didn't really pay any more than what it was as a Kickstarter, I believe, with all the shipping and everything. Or close to it anyway. We've all seen the Bonestone Mermaid. And we're all waiting for the mass market version, aren't we? Love her. He's cool. There. King Arthur. Actually, he reminds me of Strider in Lord of the Rings. Yeah. Bonestone Earthflesh. Again, I don't. Okay, and in here is the Antiquarian. I also have the book. Yeah. I like this. I like the photographic collage decks. You're going to see another one in this collection. Yeah, it's well done. If you can't get a hold of this, you know, I highly recommend the Stretch Tarot, because you can get that off of, I believe it's on Make Playing Cards. It's on one of the print on demand. It's not entirely dissimilar to this. It doesn't have the really good book, but as far as the quality of the cards and the look and feel and style, you know, the photographic collage and all that, it's close. Lubanko. This one, because of 2 cards, I didn't get, well, it was in print because I'm dumb, and I've learned my lesson that if a card is triggering you that much, probably, and you love the rest of the deck, and this is one of my favorite moments ever, you probably just get it. Anyway, what happened with this was that I was, you know, kind of searching, hoping to find a secondhand one for not too much, guidebook, and stumbled across someone on Etsy selling, ooh, the new blue gilded one. That's not a thing. And so I reached out to the creator on Instagram to let her know what was going on, and she was very kind and sold me a copy. And I don't recommend you reaching out and bugging her and trying to get one, because this was one of the very few last ones. And I don't recommend buying the blue gilded one because it's a fake, and all you're doing is paying someone who ripped off artwork and one of my favorite empresses of all time. And this is just like in the Fool in the Majestic Earth. Card like this. What other deck is there a card like this in? Now I can't think of it. It's a great deck. So it was the Lovers and the Devil that were problematic for me, and I think I already went past them. But now I totally get them. And I love them. And I love this deck so much. And we'll do a couple more. Let's see, I don't even know what's in here. Oh, yes. The original Mythic Tarot. The Blackbacks. 1986 it says. And I have the book, but it's one of the ones, it's the black cover and where the binding comes off. The pages are all together because it's like sewn, but the outer cover just comes off. I haven't really used this much. I was able to purchase it from someone for, I think it was $40. I see this a lot with the one with the binding that's coming, the cover that's coming off of the book for really reasonable prices. So if you want this first edition, just get one where the cover's coming off, because it just does. Anyway, that's a great hermit. Great Wheel of Fortune. Mermaids. Mer people. Ah, the Masonic Tarot. The box is not perfect, but that's okay. Finally found one for not an insane amount of money. It has the great guidebook, which I don't know how I missed is in 3 languages. I always thought this guidebook was only in French, so I am thrilled that it's also in English. And I love the colors in this. Trying to keep it in order. It's a great magician. And this is a fairly new, I think I got this in April of this year, so I've only had it for a few months. And I haven't really, because of my rescue dog and his trials and tribulations, haven't had a whole lot of time to do any tarot. Love this star, this moon, it's everything. And then it's very pippy, not even pips with feeling, really. Great colors, great, love it. Love it, love it. That's the Masonic Tarot. The Blood Moon. So, a new edition of this is going to come out sometime soon-ish. My husband got me this for Christmas the year it came out. Yeah, and the gilding is still in pretty good condition. It's another deck we've all seen. But it's great. I love it. The song suit is not my favorite, only because, I don't know, the faces, I'm weird about faces. The faces in the song suit are kind of weird. Like they're different in some of the cards. I don't know. That's a me thing. I just feel, so I'm going to hold that back because I like her face. And that's a good face. And then I'm going to, when we run across a song again. That's a great face. That's a good face. Those are good faces. See, I don't know. It's just me. I know it's a me thing. The proportions on them are wrong or something. This is one of my favorite lovers of all time. I love the suit of honey. The suit of dreams. Yeah, it's just me. I know it's just me, but the proportions feel weird on their faces. Love that Justice card. Yeah. In this bag I keep Lydia Wilhelmina's something ghosts and macabre something. Anyway, curated art collage. And it's so beautiful. I love the tones in this. One of my favorite Ace of Cups of all time. That's great. I love the Fool. It's a great deck. And this, I'm going to get, this technically isn't out of print. It comes in and out of print. So you just have to be on the mailing list and catch it at the right time, because the creator just releases them in batches of I don't know what size. And if you get one, you get one. If you don't, you wait till next time. And I don't know when or if they will stop doing that. And it will be for sure out of print. It's a very fun Halloween deck. It's beautiful. Okay, so this is Tarot of Echoes. It's the indie version, which is out of print, but it is coming out mass market sometime this year, next year. And it's by Antiquarian. And yeah, it is so beautiful. Her artwork is amazing. So don't feel bad if you couldn't get the indie version of this. I imagine that US Games is going to do a good job with this deck on the mass market version, and you might even be getting an English version of the Arthurian Tarot. At least she was hinting at it by taking a poll about it. And got the Healing Waves Tarot. I'm not sure if you can get the French version of this still or not, and I forget. And everybody's seen this. I love this cardstock. It's a very sweet deck. I love that star. So cute. Yeah, it's just sweet. It feels wholesome. It has mermaids and sea turtles and jellyfish and narwhals. It's a man of war. Yeah, it's a nice deck. I wonder, I'm going to Florida later this year. I'm trying to figure out what I should bring. I'm always hesitant to bring my out of print decks on a trip, but this would be nice to have in Florida. Maybe I will. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. That's a nice Emperor. Anyway, that's the Healing Waves Tarot. And this is one you rarely see. I wonder if I'm too zoomed in for it. It's big. It's the Vetti Tarot, and it is by a Portuguese creator. And I was following her on Instagram, and then ordered this from her. I trimmed mine. It might have been a mistake. I didn't do the best job. I did not do it. I'm going to admit that. I mean, it really didn't help anything. It's still huge. I mean, there's no way to riffle shuffle this. And it's hard. I mean, kind of have to overhand it the long way, which is annoying and a pain. And I do like the way the fronts came out, though. I can't show you what it looked like before, but they had kind of a big border. I do like them with the smaller border. I guess I'm not sorry I did it. I don't know if the creator has any more decks of this. I never see anyone talk about it. I don't know how you would get it. I believe she's even gone to Italy or something. That's a cool moon. I love the faces in this. So if you've been around for a minute, you know I'm weird about faces, and the faces in this are fantastic. It's a little pippy. Pips with feelings. Faces on the suns and the moons. I like that. It's a great hermit. I don't use this. I love this devil. I don't use this that much though, because it's so big. But I do like it. I think that's a great devil. It's got bunnies. It's the hanged one. And it has a PDF guide that's in Portuguese, so it's a nice justice. I have to translate that using Google Translate. Nice strength. Yeah. So that is the Vetti Tarot. And this is the Nigel Jackson Tarot. So there's other decks by him that are still in print, but this one is not. It's out of print. It's interesting packaging, the way the book and everything fits in there. And as you can see, mermaids, I had to have it. I did not pay a ton for this out of print. I mean, more than it would have been originally, but not anything crazy. It's a nice little white book. And then the cards are in this. So separate box, and they are larger than, you're right, more oracle sized than tarot sized. Let's see. You can find this on eBay. That's where I found it. It's the size of it. And it could be trimmed. I'm not going to. If I had, yeah, because it's got the words down here, so it'd be weird to trim it. Anyway, I like his artwork. And it's a little bit pippish. Interesting, 9 of Swords. Strength is fortitude. There's the Fool. Fool's going the opposite direction of RWS. They're not my favorite faces, but I don't dislike them. Just a different style than I normally love. Mer people. Kind of a cool hermit. It's a cool wheel. That's a cool devil. I like that. Death. Interesting, 6 of Swords. Yeah, so it's different. It's still RWS-ish. Ishy. Pope-S. It's an interesting moon. It looks like a angry face or just a, I don't know, jerky face. It's a jerk face moon. Juggler instead of the Magician. Yeah, I wouldn't have paid a ton of money for this. I mean, I did see, I've seen it for going for a lot more money than what I paid for it. And I took my time and waited until I found one that was totally reasonably priced and in really good condition. So that is the Nigel Jackson Tarot. This is one that I lusted after for a long time, the Hezicos Tarot. I think it took me 3 years after I found out about it to get it. It's got this cute little book that's like an essay book or something from school. It doesn't have a ton of info for each card, but that's fine. I just think this is the sweetest deck, and it's a little bit different shaped. A little bit wider, same height, basically, a little shorter. And this isn't one you see a whole lot either. But they were kind of little, we could zoom in some, couldn't we? They're very gnomish or dwarfish or something, like they live in their own little, just fairies, kind of live in their own little universe. And just, this deck just makes my heart happy. I like that devil. I'm liking devils today, I guess. Look how sweet they are. All the courts are close up like that. Look at this little house. Empress. It's interesting, these lovers look more humanish than a lot of these other cards. This deck just makes my heart happy. That moon. Chariot feels very kind of like a Marielle card. Interesting Hierophant. Look, they live in a mushroom. Fairies. I just really like this. And I am glad that I finally got it, even though I paid more than I would normally pay for a deck. More people. But I'm happy to have it. Yeah, so that's Hezicos. This is the Angels Tarot by Robert M. Place. And I have the English version where the cards are curled up. And then I have I'm trying to figure out how to make this not all out of order, but I guess that's not going to happen. And the very, very plain pips. And then they are, the suits are more plain card suits, clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. But I also have, which is not out of print, as far as I know anyway, I ordered it off of Amazon, I believe it was Amazon, the German version, and the cardstock is much nicer, so it's more matte, and you can see this was more glossy, and it doesn't curl up. And it came with a German guidebook, which I just have stowed away because I have the English guidebook. So I don't really use this. I should though. Love that devil. It's cool. Not death. That's death. There's the devil. There he is. He's cool. This is definitely better quality. Way better quality. It's unfortunate the other one is not such nice quality. Anyway, that's the Angels Tarot. Okay, and then I have Ember and Aura, and I have both editions. And so we'll just kind of do a little side-by-side of what the difference is. So this is the Awakening. It has the white borders on the back. And this is just the regular. And then they have different colored gilding. And the Awakening is just a little bit more intensity in color. And I think there's 2 cards that are different. Everything else is pretty much the same. This is definitely one of my forever decks. I love this. And I'm so glad I got a hold of it before it went out of print. Oh, obviously the font is different. Kind of prefer the cursive. And the courts are renamed. I forget what they are. Let's see, let's look real quick. I have Daughter, Sun, Diviner, and Sage. And the white is a little whiter, isn't it? And the Awakening. There's the Awakening card. This does not have an Awakening card. I'm not sure if it has an extra card at all. One of my favorite moons. Anyway, that's both editions of the Ember and Aura. And then I have the Hobbit Tarot. It's out of print, but it's not expensive to get. It's by US Games. It's the year 2012. I don't love these backs. The little white book is actually really good. There's a lot of stuff in here for a little white book for each card. They didn't waste space with pictures of the cards, which I thank them for. And it's decent cardstock. Can I riffle shuffle this? Yeah, I mean it's a little stiff, but it can be done. This is one of my fandom decks. Don't really have many. I have this and Star Trek and Alice. Alice in Wonderland. Those are my fandoms. Queen of Cups. Almost feels like a star card. Death. And I have a different Lord of the Rings deck also. There's one you can get on Etsy. But that one's not out of print. Feels very true to the movie in many ways. There's a lot of repeat in it, though, of characters. I feel like they could have had more characters in it. That's an interesting hangman. That's the Hobbit Tarot. And the Cursed Auguries. So it's out of print for now anyway. What happened with the box here? It's kind of weird. I wonder if it was always that way. I think you're going to be able to get it again whenever the creator is back from wherever they went. It's a very interesting deck. Very witchy. It feels very witchy to me. One of my favorite high priestesses. Love that. I wish there was a guidebook to it on the one hand, and on the other hand, maybe not, but because I'm like, I really want to understand the choices for some of these things. Then it does give you the space to spider. That's a great devil. Gives you the space to do with it what you will. A lot of bugs, spiders. I'm trying to remember what deck I like to pair this with. I really only use it in the fall. The skulls. Hierophant. Yeah, that's the Cursed Auguries. And this is the first edition of the Brady Tarot. In the wooden box. I prefer it to the second, so I had both, and I let go of the black bordered one because I don't like it as well. I like the white borders, and I like the gold gilding, and I like this book better if I can. Honestly, I don't remember what the book from the other one is like. It's smaller. The print might be smaller too. I can't remember now. It's been a while. And these cards are tarot size as opposed to the second edition with the black borders, which is larger than regular tarot. I just prefer this. I feel like the art is more well-defined. When I did a side-by-side, it seemed like the art in the second edition was a little fuzzy. It wasn't quite as clear. It's bigger, but I think at the expense of clarity. Yeah, I love this deck. The colors are just insane. Detail, everything about this is just so good. And the creator is working on an oracle. Haven't seen anything posted recently about it, but they are working on an oracle. I'm excited for that. Love this star card. So that's the first edition of the Brady Tarot. Still got quite a few, but we're getting there. The Feng Shui Tarot, is that how you say that? It's really pretty, but I'm not sure how to, I haven't figured out how to use it yet. So I have the bigger guidebook that goes with it too. It has a little white book, but then it has a bigger book. I think I'm not speaking out of turn. I think that's true. Cardstock is interesting. It's taller than a regular tarot, but it's very bendy, so it is easy to riffle shuffle. And you can get this on eBay also, or a Facebook group or whatever. It wasn't expensive, even though it's out of print. It's just that it's got like the tigers, white tigers. The majors are the same, but then we have the phoenix, and I can't keep in my head green dragon, which is which suit. Like I might have to make like just little elemental marks. I think I will do that. Just really inconspicuous. It's a cool moon. So that I can, then I think I would use it. Yeah, black tortoise. I have no idea what suit that is. Because it's not RWS, so there's no way, there's no indicator like the red phoenix 8. I don't know. Is that the 8 of wands? I don't know. It's very different. I think I'll try that. I think I'll put the suits on them and see if that makes more sense to me. Transition instead of death. It's very pretty, and it wasn't expensive, so I don't feel bad about it. I just need to buckle down and try to use it and see how it works out for me. This is Tarot Fauna. The creator had a baby, and she's on hiatus. I don't know if the website still works or if they plan on coming back and producing this again. It's one of my favorite animal decks. I have too many now though. I'm done with animal decks. I think I have all the ones I need. I love this one with the otters and the foxes, owls, bears. Love the otters in this. Yeah, look at them. Love them. Bunny for the hermit. It's very sweet. So as of now, it's out of print. Flying squirrel. Awesome. Trying not to show all the spiders and stuff. I know people don't always like bugs. There is spiders in this deck. And this is Yokai Yochi. I don't know if the creator is gonna print any more of this or not. I haven't seen anything recently about there being, for a while there, it came out every few months. Just the quality of this in the backs. Some of the best card backs ever. It's such a great deck. I love all these creatures. Love that moon. It's very interesting. It's been fun when I have worked with it to learn about these yokai. Learn more about the myths because, yeah, I'm not Japanese and this is not something I grew up with. It's been fun to learn about it. Hopefully it comes back again someday so more people can have it. Okay, and this is Savvy Soul Tarot. This is one that I found, I didn't know about the Kickstarter, or I didn't know about Kickstarter when it first, I was not Kickstarter savvy for a while. And I found out about this from Sylvia at Fairlight Tarot and was able to get it before the creator ran out. It is sold out now. Can't speak to the creator's intentions for reprints. This is the only card that I don't like. It feels too of the moment. It feels like it's going to be dated someday, but I guess that's okay. Things do get dated, don't they? It feels very relatable. I don't hate the cardstock, but I don't love it either. And this pairs so well with the Outlaw Oracle. I love that store card. Yeah. It's a good deck. Good job. Good job, creator. Ace of Cups. I love that Ace of Cups. Yeah. Yep. I don't know. If there's a mailing list or something, you should try to sign up for it. I don't know. I think I ordered it off of Big Cartel. And this is Carte Postale. Carte Postale. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Interesting that the creator still has their website up and people have placed orders, but then they never receive their item and there's no correspondence. And when I got this, the last I heard from the creator was that they were working on a new edition of it. And now they've just like gone totally radio silent. So I hope they're okay. It's a great deck. I love it. It's unfortunate that people aren't able to get it and are placing orders and not having them fulfilled. Concerns me that, you know, the website is still up, yet nothing, you know, people place orders, nothing gets sent out. It feels like something happened. Something not good happened. It's really great. I love her. It's really great. Old photographic collage deck. This is a forever deck for sure. Great Priestess. It has 2 or 3 lovers cards, I can't remember. Probably 3. So well done, and it's such high quality as cardstock. It's fantastic. And I like these backs. Remind me of wallpaper. Great Chariot. So that's that deck. A few more. The Barkana. It's a dog deck, and they are all rescue dogs. Was that the deal with it? No, I can't remember. It was something about, they were service dogs, rescue dogs, and then part of the funds went to service dogs. I'm pretty sure it was service dogs. Yeah, this is the deck I use to talk to my dearly deceased dog. And it is just for that. Or to talk to my other dogs and see maybe what they are trying to tell me that I don't understand because they speak dog and I don't. But that's what it's for. And it's super sweet. I love the little collars for the title bars. Is it the most beautiful dog art ever? No, there's probably prettier dog decks. But this is the one. I got this after one of my dogs had passed, and they sent me a really nice note. Is it in here? Yeah, they sent me a really nice note. It's in there. And I like those backs. This is Animals Divine. I have the book also, just not showing books. This is a Lisa Hunt deck. Very excited that the Fairy Tale Tarot is going to be printed again next year. Sometime this year? Probably next year. I don't love the faces in this, and it's not my favorite animal deck, but there's also something special about it. Yeah. And this comes up on Facebook groups and eBay, and some people want to charge a lot for it. I didn't pay very much for it. And I think I got a signed edition. Okay, so we are down to the Baba Studios decks. So mythical creatures. And I have the big book for this too. This might be the most beautiful deck I have. So pretty. And it's it's Pippish and Marseille-ish, but the big book has a Marseille TDM meaning plus an RWS meaning, so you can read it either way you want. It's just stunning. So stunning. Yeah. And I love all the different mythical creatures in it, and there's mermaids and naiads and fairies. It's a great lover's card. Even the pips are beautiful, and then it has an alternate 3 of cups if you want one that's not so pippish. Flower fairy. Yeah. So I got this after it was out of print. I wish I had known about Baba Studios when they were printing decks. I would have gotten a big edition of this. Oh, dang. And the back's so pretty. And then we have the Fantastic Menagerie, which is out of print, and I don't think this is one they're going to reprint. And and I have the big book for this too, for a anthropomorphized artwork. This is a J.J. Granville artwork, and I think, what is it? Is it Tarot Teca Studio? Also has a deck with J.J. Granville art. I like this one better. That's why I got this one. And I love their cardstock. Backs are okay. But this and a few other animal anthropomorphized decks I have. I have all the anthropomorphized animals that I need. A lot of bugs in it. Baba Studios. It's unfortunate they're getting out of the tarot business because they do such a good job. Such a good job. Yeah. So that's Fantastic Menagerie. This way. Two more Baba decks. The Alice Tarot is out of print now, but this is one that I think they're planning on reprinting, but maybe not next year, maybe not until 2026. Those are the backs. And Alice is one of my fandoms, and I feel like it's so suited to tarot. So well done. Just so good, so good. So if you feel like you can wait, don't pay a ton of money. Get it when it gets reprinted, if you have the patience. It's just so good. Love this. It's a great Ace of Wands. The little hedgehogs. Some of them I'm kind of, 7 of Wands, I don't know what to think about that really. But I have the big book, and it is very helpful in understanding their choices. So that's the Alice Tarot, and then the last one, get this put away. Is in a Baba bag, and it is the Fairy Tale Tarot, which I do not have the larger book for and really, really want. I really wish they would reprint some of their books maybe. It has some damage. I bought it, so the title card you can see is a little damaged, and there's a little bit of damage on a few of these. But I paid much less than I would pay for this in perfect condition, although I don't have the big book. We should petition them to just reprint some of their books, because I know a lot of people have decks but not the big books. And I would really like to have one of the big book for this. I don't even think it came with a little white book. It did not. Oh wait, it did. It's right here. But it's not. It tells you the name of the story, and I could go look up the stories, but it doesn't really talk about their reasoning for. It's interesting little town underneath her. I'd like to know their reasoning. It's very different than the later decks with all the cold foil stamping and all. So those were all my Baba decks. Okay, we are on the last two. So this is the Botan Tarot, which actually is being reprinted now. And I pre-ordered it. So you can sign up for the mailing list and you can probably get it from the creator. I pre-ordered it from some shop, Singapore or something. Anyway, it is a beautiful deck and another gorgeous card back. So you should, I'll try to provide a link for the sign up for the mailing list. And I will try to hunt up the link so that if you wanted to order it from the shop where I pre-ordered it, I believe it's real. Hope it is. It was probably around $100 US. Great tower. I love this. There are some changes, though I can't tell you what they are off the top of my head. Love that Lover's card. So beautiful. Really beautiful deck. Really nice cardstock. And it's the indigo edging. And I think the new one is also indigo edging. And it's going to be in a different kind of box. Clamshell, I think. Rather than this box, this drawer type. And that's the guidebook. I don't know that the new guidebook is going to have any more information than this does. And I don't know, I also have the zine, which has more info, and I don't know if that's still available or not. I will do my best to remember to provide info. And the last one is in this box, and it is the first edition of the Marielle, trimmed just a little. So you can still get the second edition. High Priestess is different. It's smaller and borderless, and the titles are on the art. Hierophant's different. Marielle is one of my forever decks. And I really like this glossy cardstock. I actually have 2 copies of the first edition. And the border's just bigger than this, so I trimmed it down. Did I trim these too? I guess I did. I don't hate the borders. I just thought they were too big. Made the cards, I mean, these are already bigger than regular tarot. This was in order. Now I put it all out of order. It's an interesting deck. It speaks to me very intuitively. So that's the Marielle first edition. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing all those OOP decks. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourself, and bye.